Just south of Portland, the Parrot Creek in Canby is a habitat for steelhead trout. Oregon's Department of State Lands just released a new map marking fish habitats across the state. It's hoped the map will help protect essential wildlife. Blair Best with our Environment Northwest team explains.
We're going to go down into an area where Parrot Creek comes together with this little unnamed tributary that runs through the property.
Off Central Point Road in Canby, Oregon, Allie Ryan Hansen leads us through her family's land.
And this is the part that's going to be a little splishy, which is a very technical term.
These trails and waterways her family keeps as a natural habitat for bees and fish.
My family's done quite a bit of work to protect the health of these streams.
Like planting native plants to keep the water cool.
To do things that would encourage the fish to make homes here.
It's fish like steelhead trout that are born in fresh water and journey to the ocean, where they spend much of their lives before returning to creeks like this one to spawn.
So that habitat is really essential for them and their life cycle.
But if you're not part of Allie's family,
almost there. It's going to be the grossest part.
How would you know the importance of this creek and dozens of others across the state? The Oregon Department of State Lands just released this new map, marking in yellow all the critical fish habitats. This year's map adds more than 100 stream miles across the state that are current habitats for sensitive, threatened, or endangered fish.
Anybody who cares about coho, chinook, steelhead, any of these species that are really essential to our way of life here should take a look at this map.
Oregon law protects these streams and requires a permit for most projects that would upset these waterways.
So that property owners like my family can have really good information about what's essential habitat so that we can work with state lands to get permits to do things like restoration projects, to put in culverts, to put in ditches, so that we can all be a team in protecting this really important habitat.
It's also a map to warn people who fish to be aware. Not all habitats are like Parrot Creek. They exist in larger, well-known rivers too, like the Columbia, the Willamette, and Clackamas River. According to this report from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, the number of Chinook salmon returning to the upper Columbia River this year is above the 10-year average.
This map can be a tool for people who are responsible for taking care of a landscape, and it can be a tool for people who are responsible for enjoying a landscape in a way that is going to be good for fish.
In both busy waterways and hidden ones.
Oregon protects this habitat because it's incredibly important for these fish that are so important to us as Oregonians.